at 6.
Good evening, I'm Sarah Diamond. Josh Smith has the night off. Voters replaced former Carter County Sheriff Chris Mathis more than 2 years ago, but a recently finalized government report obtained by Nate Morabito raises some questions about several decisions he reportedly made before leaving office.
Sarah, the report mentions an unauthorized bonus to his secretary's private checking account, a push to buy marked up e-cigarettes to sell at the jail from an area businessman, and a $2,400 payment to that same businessman to put up a single anti-drug poster inside his business. A Tennessee Bureau of Investigation probe did not result in criminal charges, but the special prosecutor in charge of the case told me not only were some of the allegations concerning to him, he felt Mathis did break one law.
I think the public should know exactly what the report was, exactly what we did as a county commission.
Commissioner Ray Lyons is the chairman of Carter County's Financial Management Committee.
County policy was not followed.
Absolutely not. It was not followed.
A group that just last month reviewed this report, a document that outlines roughly $75,000 worth of unauthorized expenses.
I would be concerned, yeah.
Upon taking office in late 2014, new Sheriff Dexter Lunsford discovered the previous administration moved money around without the approval of the county commission or involvement of the county trustee. State law requires all money go through a central public accounting system.
The money was being receipted and spent through a private checking account.
It all stemmed from the operation of the jail's commissary, where inmates buy items. As a result, the state opened an audit and the TBI opened a criminal investigation. According to this report, the investigation identified a $2,300 bonus to former Sheriff Chris Mathis's secretary, a check he reportedly directed the third-party vendor in charge of the commissary to write, a directive that vendor said she refused to follow. The report says Mathis also directed the vendor to write a $2,400 check to Things. The investigation concluded the money went for a single anti-drug awareness poster placed on the wall of the former Johnson City business. Not only that, the vendor told investigators Mathis required her to buy 1,000 e-cigarettes to sell in the jail at a price of $17 apiece, nearly 3 times the open market price. And the report says he wanted her to buy them from the owner of Things, the same business that housed that one anti-drug poster.
Obviously, things that were not right, things that I think were improper, that left a bad taste in your mouth when you read them, but that was not what my job was to do.
Sullivan County District Attorney Barry Staubus reviewed the case as a special prosecutor and opted against filing criminal charges more than a year ago.
I don't think we're appropriate, but that's a different decision whether a crime's committed.
In part because he says he couldn't find any evidence the former sheriff received any direct benefit from those transactions. Not to mention the fact Mathis had the former county attorney review and approve his already state-approved commissary vendor contract back in 2007. But Staubus says he did have evidence the former sheriff circumvented Carter County government, a misdemeanor crime, but couldn't move forward with charges.
That was a violation of the law. But the problem is, statute of limitations had ran on that case.
The current sheriff presented all of these findings to Lyons Committee just last month.
This is not about new sheriff, old sheriff.
Along with 7 recommendations and solutions to prevent the past from repeating itself.
So you feel like it's been corrected?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Without a doubt.
With that, Lyons Committee unanimously closed the report without any further action, even though auditors previously suggested the county try and recoup some of the unauthorized expenses.
Why didn't the committee say, let's try and recoup this money?
The committee didn't even discuss that.
Lyons says the potential legal cost crossed his mind.
Was it really worth spending a lot of money to try to recoup a small amount of money? What's in the best interest of the taxpayers of Carter County?
Mathis is now an East Tennessee State University police officer. Just last month, Elizabethton considered the former sheriff a finalist for its police chief job. Sarah?
I think we're all wondering, Nate, what does Chris Mathis have to say about this?
Well, from the beginning, Mathis has said and maintained that no fraud occurred. He declined an on-camera interview for this story, but did release a statement telling us none of the expenses were personal in nature. He told me, quote, "It was sincerely my privilege to serve the great citizens as sheriff of Carter County for 8 years. It is my understanding that any audit investigation after leaving office has been closed, resulting in no wrongdoing. I have now been out of political office for well over 2 years.
I suspect that any conversations otherwise are merely politics as usual regarding the upcoming 2018 Carter County Sheriff's election, end quote.
Nate Morabito reporting for us tonight. Thanks, Nate.